Hi there, this is Paul Acevedo for WPCentral.com, here with a video review of Lunar Lander, an Xbox Live game for Windows Phone. Lunar Lander was originally a 1979 arcade game from Atari. It is exactly as old as me. Well, maybe a few days off. The object of the game is to land a tiny spacecraft on the moon. The buttons on the left side of the screen rotate the ship left or right. The real arcade game had a lever to control thrust. This version approximates that with a slider. The moon is a harsh mistress, and most of it will destroy the lander. Only flat surfaces are safe to land on. Some have blinking score multipliers, so you'll usually want to aim for those. Up at the top it tells you how fast you're going in each direction, which is handy, as well as your altitude. Even when you get lined up right, if your speed is more than 10 at touchdown, you'll crash and burn. Let's see if we can counteract that thrust. Nope. Yeah, that wasn't a good landing. I only got a few points. Instead of a limited number of lives, the game ends when you run out of fuel. You have to use thrust conservatively if you want to land enough times to get a good score. Crashing uses extra fuel, and presumably, monkeys. Let's dive bomb. Oh, he didn't make it. There's also an abort button that uses a bunch of fuel but instantly shoots you straight up. Sometimes it can be useful. Not the way I'm using it right now, though. All that precious fuel. George W. Bush would be so sad. After you run out of fuel, the game awards 3 kinds of medals: high score, survival time, and overall play time. Score is the hardest one, as it takes some practice to be able to land consistently in this game. Lunar Lander has 9 of the same achievements as other game room titles. The unique achievement is for playing during a full moon. Werewolves won't be able to get that achievement, as they'll be out raising a ruckus. Lunar Lander has the same great leaderboards as other game room games. Scores are shared across the Xbox 360, PC, and Windows Phone versions of the game. You can also watch your best playthroughs. Lunar Lander is a faithful port of the original game, but it's hard to appreciate such an old game these days. Its black and white vector graphics are tiny and unimpressive, much like Asteroids Deluxe. The gameplay has a steep learning curve, but it gets sort of fun eventually. I really only recommend Lunar Lander to people who either play the original or are just looking to make more progress in the console version of Game Room. Thanks for watching. Read the full review at WPCentral.com.